What am I doing, y'all? What am I doing? It is 5:43 in the morning. School is out. No traffic. So I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do. All these Home Depot orders coming out at 5:22 in the morning. Let's see what I can get. So yes, y'all, I am an early bird. I do not mind getting up early, but I do not like getting up at 5 in the morning. So far it's not worth it because I put in for, I think, 6 or 7 roadies and I only got one. So I'm already like, you know what? I can still be in my bed right now. I don't know what I'm doing. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out. See what kind of money we can make real quick. Alright, y'all, so just picked up and I'm gonna have to say, so far, this ain't worth it. Pick up this ladder. It's pretty good paying, but I've been putting in for roadies like crazy. I'm not getting nothing. I only got 1 out of like 12 that I put in for, so I don't like it. Alright, man, I can't even see. I definitely, I have a flashlight, but I don't have no batteries in there. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about roadie at 5 in the morning. I can only speak for my market.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all. As you can see, it is daylight now. I gave up on the early morning start. I'll tell y'all more about it, but I'm about to pick up at CVS, and you'll probably never see me do the 5 o'clock in the morning thing again. All right, y'all. So just started my day off, my regular day. This is what time I usually start. It's about 9 o'clock, and this is the 2 orders I picked up on the way out the door. Alright, that's too easy. So that's 1 of 2 customers. Let's see if I can find this. 71. I think it's on the other side. Hate when I always pick the wrong staircase. I think it's gonna be on this side. 2nd floor. Let's see, 72. Oh yeah, it's gotta be right here. 72. Oh, no. 7. 2. 8. So must be another stairway. All right. I ain't never seen no apartment with three stairways. Here we go. Hate when that happens. Here it is, 7209. Drop that there. And take a photo. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. So as you can see, I did not last long out there. I tried to get up at 5 in the morning, do the Home Depot orders. I put in for at least 12 and I only got one out of 12. So it wasn't worth it. The one I did, I picked up a ladder. I drove 3 miles. It paid $19. I mean, the orders were decent, you know, decent pay, but it's not worth me getting up that early for those type of orders. So unfortunately, my market is not that great. I know some areas, some people, they get Home Depot orders and they're paying like $40, $50. That's great. My market doesn't pay like that. So I will not be getting up that early again. I am an early bird, but I just want to try it. It's not worth it, so I won't be doing that again. And I hate the fact that you have to put in for these gigs and you never know which one you're gonna get. So that kind of sucks. It would be nice if you could, like, you know, if they put orders out for the following day, and then if I could have put in for orders yesterday, you know, then I'll get up in the morning knowing, oh man, I got 4 deliveries lined up, you know, or whatever. So wasn't worth it, but it's all good. So I'm back on my routine. This is kind of my routine now. CVS, man. I got so many CVS's by me. All right, y'all. So I just went to this Target. There's a CVS inside, and I picked up this order. This order is paying $12. And guys, look at the drive. That's where I'm at, and that's where the drop off is. So it says, I'll put it on the screen, but 0.6 miles, y'all. This makes perfect sense for me.
Okay, let me transfer over there, okay? Yes, sir.
Hello, that's my first time here. I'm delivering for a customer.
What's the name?
It's
So you'll just go down here, turn to the right at the elevator, go to the 2nd floor.
2nd floor? Okay, thank you.
What apartment are you looking for?
You know where that's at? All right, thank you. This place is beautiful.
It's crazy. Okay. It's on the 2nd floor right here.
Okay, right on that. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Thank you for this code.
42. This elevator. How tall am I? I'm 6'1". I'm not that tall.
You're almost 60.
Yeah, I'm not that tall. I'm a little above average.
My granddaughter is 16 and she's 6'3".
Oh wow, she's tall.
And her brother's 17, 6'5".
Oh wow, they're really tall.
Yes, too tall.
Yeah.
They can't find clothes. Okay, we're right.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So I just did a CVS order with 2 customers, and then I just did another CVS order with 1 customer. I have not even driven 5 miles yet. All this is all by my house. Like I haven't even started like working yet, and I'm already at $30. So I had a $18 2 customer order and a $12 1 customer order. I'm at $30. I literally haven't even driven 5 miles yet. So I did miss a task. Well, I didn't miss it. I had a tasker request and I denied it. I'm not doing it because it was a labor only job, and it said 3rd floor, moving some stuff from the 3rd floor down to the 1st. It's clearly on my profile. I do not do labor only jobs where people still book me. So I did not do that. And then I had an opportunity to get a delivered order, a delivered catering order. It was a last minute order. I put in for it, but I didn't get it. So other than that, nothing good yet. So Roadie is the perfect in-between app. Like, I'd rather be doing what I'm doing, driving very little miles. I don't care if it's a little $10 CVS order. It makes perfect sense, and I'm just making more and more money. So by the time I get a good order, hopefully I get one, like, it's just gonna get me to my goal so much faster. So we'll see. All right, y'all, did not take long. So I told you guys a couple videos back that I only use freight on the weekends now, and all I did was turn the notifications on, and I forgot to turn them back off. So a freight order popped up and I was able to get it, surprisingly. So this is a really good paying order, and I'm already at 30 bucks. So that's what I love about Roadie, man. Roadie is the lick. Some people don't want to admit it, but the people that know what they're doing, they know how to route themselves and all that stuff, they already know what I'm talking about. It is the lick, y'all. All right, y'all, that's what we got. This big old huge shelf. This thing weighs, I think it said on the app, it said 156 pounds, and it does feel like it too. I don't see the weight on here. It's heavy though, but oh yes, 160 pounds. But it's a good paying order, so I can't complain. It's pretty easy because these, I could just slide it off my van. I don't have to carry it off. Just slide it off and roll it on my dolly. I'll be using my my furniture dolly. Hello. Did you have an order from Lowe's? Yep. Okay, perfect. All right.
It's milk?
Maybe just getting it off. I'm just throw it on the dolly real quick. Make it nice and easy. Probably just on that end, just to swing it out, and I can set it right. It's kind of heavy. Just set it right there on the dolly. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Once you put it up, you don't need to go anywhere.
Oh, okay. Got you. Hello. How you doing? Huh? I'm sorry. What's your name?
She was telling you her name.
Oh, okay. I'm CJ.
Nice to meet you.
You too. All right. Did you want to put it right in the corner or something? Or?
We can just drop it right here.
Okay. That's good. Perfect. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. If you can enter your name and then sign in that box.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, done with that order. So I have a choice. I could continue working, or I got a request, and the request came from the wife, and the wife asked, can you do the route with me today? And today is Monday, so this is my Dillard's route. And I told her, originally I said, nah, I'm gonna stay out and get this money. I'm gonna stay out. I like doing my own thing. That route pays $50, only takes an hour. And I had to catch myself. I felt horrible. And I can't believe I told my wife no. because she doesn't ask often. She handles my dealer's route. She has that 2 days a week, and she has another route I got her on, a beauty supply route that's 2 days a week. So normally she works with me a lot before she got those routes. So now she works 4 days a week, and the only day off is Wednesday. And I felt horrible, man. I was like, why did I do that? It is not that serious. There's always tomorrow. So I made the smart husband move, and I called her back and I said, babe, I'm on my way home. So she's about to head off to the route. The route started kind of late today. Normally it's 3 stops on Monday, but one of the malls that we go to, they hardly have suits. So it's only 2 stops today. So it'll be probably less than an hour. I called her back. I said, I'm on my way home. I'm about to ride with her. So I'm not going to bore y'all with that. I've taken y'all on that route before. It's pretty boring. We just literally picking up suits and dropping them off and picking up the old ones. But I do have something I want to share really quick. To the gas station first, because I got to use the restroom. And then I got something to share real quick before I go. All right, y'all. So I just want to quickly share this. And the only reason I'm sharing it is because, you know, part of my channel is to share. I'm documenting my journey, but I'm also sharing information. I'm learning as I go. I'm sharing that information, and I know that the information I share is helping people. I cannot make decisions for you, and you should not make decisions based on what I say. You just need to take a little bit from everybody and build your own, you know, destiny. So everything that I say is based on my personal experience and how I feel about the situation, and it's all based on my experience. So the most popular thing for most people, and now I'm targeting people that want to get started in this business, the most popular thing is OTR or local work or contract work. I'm not talking about contract work, that's a different subject. I'm talking about local versus OTR. And everyone's priorities are different. And I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. You guys kind of know my situation already. So, can you be a family man and do OTR? Yes. So I just want to give up. I want to kind of put this in your mind to kind of process, because some people are under the impression that, you know, OTR is the only way to make a lot of money really fast. And that is simply not true. So I'm gonna go through some of the things that you have to think about when you do OTR, and then I'm gonna go through the things that you have to think about with local work, and you just have to kind of see which one makes more sense to you. So I am not knocking OTR drivers. I love them. I have nothing but respect for people that do that. That's not an easy job. So please don't be mad at me. So why I don't do OTR? I personally do not like OTR, and I'm gonna tell you why. Or these are some of the things that affect my choice of why I don't do it. So for one, the miles. You're gonna put a ton of miles on your vehicle. I don't know anyone that drives like less than 500 miles a day. I think when I was applying for different companies, they required you to drive a minimum of 500 miles or they wouldn't even hire you. So you're gonna drive at least 500 miles a day or more. And to make a lot of money, like to make $2,000 a week or $2,500 a week or whatever it is, you have to drive over 500 miles a day. And I would say probably even more than that. I would say at least, you know, 1,000 miles, maybe something like that. So the miles, the wear and tear on your vehicle, you're gonna put probably over 100,000 miles on your vehicle, guaranteed, your first year. These are all things you gotta think about. With that comes maintenance. Maintenance, you're gonna change tires more than me. You're gonna have more maintenance problems. You're on the road, you're on the highway, you're on the interstate, you're driving for very long periods of time. You're gonna be going through all different states, different traffic, different weather. These are all things you gotta think about. If you break down, you could be in the middle of nowhere. That's all things you gotta think about. That could be very stressful. You also, your insurance. Your insurance, you gotta have, most people I know have $1 million policy. Unless you're running under somebody's authority, even that, they're not gonna let you run for free. You're gonna have to pay something for insurance. So if you have your own authority, you're looking at least $500 a month or more. More than likely, for $1 million policy, you're gonna probably be at $900 or more, between $900 to $1,500 a month, and some people pay even more than that. So that's another thing you got to think about. Being away from home, you're gonna be away from home for long periods of time, weeks at a time. Bidding, you got to bid. You got to constantly be on the phone, calling brokers, trying to get your rate, the rate that you want, going back and forth. I do not have patience for that. I do not want to be calling, trying to get a deal. I just can't deal with that. I don't have the patience for it. And a lot of times you're gonna bid, and majority of the time you're probably gonna get a rate that you really don't want, but you just kind of have to take it. It's still a good rate, but it's not what you really want. That's something you probably have to deal with. And a lot of these guys that do OTR, a lot of them are barely making $1 per mile. And if you do happen to get a rate better than $1 per mile, like $2 a mile, I've never seen anyone that gets $2 a mile. So you're gonna be around $1 per mile. Some people run even less, like 90 cents, 80 cents, whatever. So these are the things that I think about. This is just me. This is why it does not make sense for me to do it. Now, I'm not a good example, but there are plenty of examples of people that do local work, and I'm talking about just gig apps, local carrier, local, direct customer bookings, all in their city. I'm not the perfect example because I barely work. I work like part-time hours. I have a goal of 1,200 a week. But there are people out there, and they're out there. You've seen them. I've told you about them. There's many more that are making literally like $500, $600, $700 a day consistently. And so this is what I like about local is the overhead. Less miles. I barely drive 60, 70, 80 miles a day. A long day, a lot of miles is 100 miles. If I drive 100 miles, that's a lot of miles for me. I'm in my city. I'm not going outside my city. I'm in my local area. So any breakdowns, anything like that, I can call my wife. It's an easy, quick fix. Easy to deal with. Flat tire, whatever. Less maintenance. All I have so far is oil changes. As far as like the tire, the wear and tear on my vehicle is very minimal. I've had my van for a year. I've only driven about 20,000 miles in a whole year. My overhead expenses are ridiculously low compared to OTR. I do not have to have the $1 million policy. In fact, if you do gig apps, you don't even have to have commercial insurance. You can use regular insurance. I know people right now that are doing local gig apps paying $30 a month for their insurance. They added their van to their regular insurance. Gas, I'm filling up once a week. Literally once a week. We're talking about $50, $54. I'm home every night. I'm not sleeping in the back of the van. I'm not sleeping in hotels. I'm at home. I get home for lunch and dinner. Some people get home for dinner, but I'm home every night. I eat dinner in my house, in my home, and I sleep in my bed every night. And my earnings, I reach my goal. I have a goal. Can you make the same amount? If you have an OTR driver that made $2,000, and I'm talking about gross $2,000, and you have a local gig driver, somebody like Gig Geezer who averages $2,000 doing well, he does OTR too, but there are people that are doing local work only, gig apps, and they're making $2,000 a week. One guy made $1,000. You already know who it is. He made $1,000 in one day doing local work. So if you're under the impression that you have to do OTR to make all this money, that's not true. And it's up to you. You got to make your own decision, but I'm not trying to do local versus OTR like it's a beef or something. It's just, you got to do what makes sense to you. A lot of these OTR drivers, they'll gross a certain amount, and they'll tell you their gross, but they won't tell you their net profit. They won't add the expenses and all the wear and tear that they're doing on their vehicle, and they make it seem it's so great. It's so great, man. I'm making all this money, but they're not telling you what they're actually netting. And when you compare the expenses, the overhead, it's no comparison. Local is always going to save you money. And the last thing is the miles. If you compare the rate per mile, OTR, you're barely fighting for $1 per mile, and you're lucky to get like $1.25, $1.50 per mile. Local, every single gig I do on freight, dispatch, whatever app I'm using, I am literally making $3, $4, $5, $6, even $7 per mile. Every single order. It makes perfect sense for me to do those orders, even if it's $45. I've done freight orders, like this one today was 7 miles. 7 miles. And I've done orders for $40, I've done orders for $50, and we're driving 3 miles, 2 miles, and the rate per mile for local compared to OTR, it does not compare. So that's just things you got to think about. And like I said, I'm not trying to make it, you know, local versus OTR and all that. It's just something to think about. When you're trying to decide what is most profitable for you, that's what you got to think about. That's it. So other than that, man, I'm gonna end the video here. I will catch y'all on the next one.